Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we're doing a get ready with me for church. But first, I have an announcement, which is that Taylor Swift just got engaged. Travis Kelce proposed to her in the secret garden in her mind, and they're now engaged to be married, which is like the most exciting thing ever, and I'm sure is making everyone in the world believe in love again. So that's the most important announcement of today's video. But I would also like to recommend a book. This book is called Cold Nights of Childhood by Tezo Ozlu. So this book was originally written in Turkish a while ago, and so it's been translated from Turkish into English. And this book is about this girl who, it's like her life growing up and her experience living in Turkey. And so, handsome, do you mind? So, it's about this Turkish girl, and it's set between the 1940s, 50s and 60s. And it's about her growing up in a house where her parents are very like cold and they're kind of in a loveless marriage. And then she is like in and out of mental hospitals, and she receives ACT treatment, the electroconvulsive therapy, where they like zap your brain. And it's not exactly written in like a linear progression, but it is written chronologically. And there are several intimate scenes that you might enjoy. And yeah, so her parents are in a loveless marriage, and then she gets married to this guy who's like obsessed with Paris, and he's, you know, like got posters of Paris all over his wall, and he's obsessed with this one like Parisian singer. He's always playing his music. And then one time she goes to see the Parisian singer who her husband is obsessed with, and she realizes that like her husband has based his whole personality off this singer. And so yeah, it's just a short book, but it's quite good. Oh yeah, the other thing that I wanted to recommend to you today is a YouTube channel. It's called Vivec, Vivec. And so this guy, he's like, I think he's English. He sounds like he's probably English. And he just reads trip reports, like drug trip reports. And all of the videos are different, like compilations of drug trip reports read by him. And so they're all like these horrifying drug trip reports. And last night I listened to one in particular that was by this guy who tried, he smoked Salvia, which is a plant, I think. And he like smoked it alone in his bathroom when he was 19. And it's like a really hallucinogenic, dissociative drug, I think. And so he smoked Salvia alone in his bathroom when he was 19. And then he like went up, he did it in front of the mirror, and then he went up to the mirror and he looked in his own eyes, and then one of his pupils like grew larger and larger, and then he got sucked in to his pupil, like to a black hole in his pupil. And then he woke up in another lifetime, like a parallel lifetime, and he was a man in his 30s who was waking up from a drug overdose, and he like woke up in this other life, and then he lived 30 years as this other man, and he had like a whole, like he had a family, like he had a wife and a child, and they had a home, and then like he lost his job because of this drug overdose, but then I think like he got another job, and like he literally lived 30 years of this parallel life. And like every morning he woke up as this 30-year-old guy, and he like started to forget his real life as his 19-year-old self. And so, yeah, and then like near the end, he went into the attic of his house in his like life as this 30-year-old guy, and he found this little box with like things from his life, his real life as a 19-year-old person, and that like triggered his memory. And one of the things in the box was like the drug that he smoked, and so he smoked that drug, and then he passed out, and he woke up back in his 19-year-old body as like his real self. And then, but so like these 30 years he lived, literally 30 years in this alternate life, but it was in like 4 minutes, like only 4 minutes had gone by, and then he woke up as himself in his 19-year-old body in his bathroom. And like he just sat there and cried, and then he was traumatized by the experience, because then like he really missed his wife and baby that he had in this like parallel lifetime. And so like he said that it took him like a year to get over it, and he's still like traumatized by the experience. Doesn't that sound absolutely terrifying? So yeah, but Vivec, he has all kinds of videos about like just reading different drug trip reports, like most insane Salvia drug trip reports, and like most insane, he has other ones. So yeah, I would highly recommend that YouTube channel. So thank you for getting ready with me for church today. You're beautiful, you're perfect, I love you, God bless you. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.